Excuse me. Yikes, my man. That's what the cool kids say, yeah. Excuse me. Alright, I've been a little proactive with this one. I really think we're gonna nail it this time, as far as, audio levels. Sorry, I just ate dinner and I'm a little off right now, but we're gonna friggin' rock this. Oh god, where's my remote? I wanna blow my eardrums out with the loud-ass TV. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the Demon Shaft. I just, that one's not gonna be part of the stream series. It's gonna be, like, just a little something extra I do. Except for the final boss of the Demon Shaft. That's gonna be, it's gonna be very special. What are you? A Dino Slayer! We did it, guys. We murdered the dinosaurs. Oh, sweet, a fish candy. Not bad. Wherefore art thou, Zhao? Eat your food and get a bad defense level up. It is what it is. Anyway, so last time we got Pokey Percy on our side, so what do you say we finish up the Sun and Moon Temple and, see what happens next in the plot? And now I can show off why I think Ungaga has the, absolute worst, dungeon skill. Because it's really annoying. Alright, so here's Ungaga, first of all. Yeah, look at him go. He has a wide range, but I don't really like his only 3-hit combo. So here's what you do. You do the charge attack, he spins it, and you have to watch this entire cutscene. Every single time. It doesn't get better. Oh, I've got my next 2 stream series. Actually, I've got a lot of stream series planned out. My next big one, I want to wait until March 21st because I want it to be as close to the beginning of spring as possible. But I've got something in mind in the 3 or so weeks in the interim. And I'm hoping you, well, I know, well, I don't want to say y'all know. I have a feeling you'll enjoy one of them. The interim series is going to be, interesting, to say the least. Let's get Xiao back out. So he is, Steve. Thanks for saying the exact same thing every time. Don't tell Christy that. It's mean. I've been interested in the Ace Attorney games, and I always want to get the trilogy on the eShop, but every time it's on sale, I never seem to have the money for it. Alright, let me tell you about Dune here. Dune scared the shit out of me as a kid. I mean, and I'm not talking about just he gave me a real big spook. I'm talking about I could not actually think of the word Dune without getting a little freaked out as a kid. So I'd, like, see it in, like, incidentally otherwise, and I'd get, like, legitimately uncomfortable just seeing it out in the world. Dune, Ugh, Dune. I don't like him. Don't like him at all. Now that I'm older, it's silly, but when I was young, ha! Ooh. Ooh, Shimona. I don't like it. Let's just repair it. But like I was saying, I'm fundamentally against paying full price for video games, so, I always wait for it to be on sale, and every time it's on sale, I never seem to have the money for it, so... I feel like the bosses are the weak part of Dark Cloud, because I don't like the game doesn't feel built for huge damage spongy combat. So every one of them kind of has either has Spark Mandrill syndrome, like is the case with this boss coming up. Spark Mandrill syndrome, or is just really fucking difficult. The final boss, I think, is probably the only one that's actually very good and well made. It's probably the only complaint I really have about this game, are the bosses. Hey, nice! I keep running my head into the door because I'm trying to look at the stream and run with Dran's Feather at the same time. Also, tell me, is the audio better this time around as far as my commentary? I think I got something good figured out. And by something good, I mean I turned up the gain on my microphone. 3 minutes clapping plays a lot just during random parts of the day with Joshua. I've noticed. I meant to get Dune with that, but whatever, we take those. Lit. Yeah, it turns out making your mic loud, because I'm always afraid of just clipping the audio with my mic if I turn it up too loud. And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, my mic is barely on in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. Because as a whole, I like to keep all of my inputs very quiet, so I can make them louder in post, because it's a lot easier to edit that down in post, or edit them up in post, than it is to try to fix, like, really, like, clipping audio disgusting noise. So it didn't really work with the stream at first, but I think we've got it now, boys. Cool. I'm very excited to get to the later parts of The World Ends With You. I got an episode going up tomorrow that, I get my first game over in it, that's something. Yeah, I think the more popular opinion is that Dark Cloud 2 is better than 1, but I don't know. I grew up playing 1, and by the time I played 2, it was just... 2 feels like a much more coherent, just RPG in general. But if you know anything about me, I don't necessarily like that. I kinda like when games are weird. I mean, I love me a polished experience, it's just... I don't know, I like weird experiences. I remember Dark Cloud 1 a lot more than a lot of other games I played. Oh, why did I not like Link Between Worlds? I fucking hate the camera angle. That's really the bulk of it. Like, there's top-down, and then there's just, I'm looking at the actual skull. Like, just, I'm looking at Link's scalp, and I have no depth perception whatsoever. Plus, I don't like the, renting item system, because it just makes, like, it's like, yeah, you can do dungeons in any order, but it's like, okay, but half the fun of going through a dungeon was finding a new item, so I don't feel like I'm as invested in it. No, I edited out the game over attempts because tomorrow's episode is already friggin' huge, and that's after I edited 22 minutes out of it, and it's still like an hour long. Though I think this is one of the the day coming up is one of the longest days in the game, so... Hey, Tipsy! How to say, like, please don't be another goddamn mimic. Yeah, grinding in games is usually something I don't like, unless the game is built around it or is so fun that I don't mind grinding in it. Like Dark Cloud, I can grind in forever. Like, a lot of the fun I've had with the stream series is grinding to get Toen's weapon up off screen. I had a lot of fun with that. I like RuneScape in bursts. And Dragon Quest is fun because you have a way to skip over the bulk of it. Hey, Scanlines. In Pokemon Crystal, yeah, 50 should do you just fine. Though I remember having a harder time with Crystal at lower levels, or, shit. I had a harder time in Yellow at lower levels than I did in Red and Blue. But it also just might have been because my team in Yellow was, kinda shitty. Yeah, the World End with You is definitely an acquired taste. I loved it up front, and pretty much, you don't really have to pay too close attention to what's going on the top screen. Ooh, hello. Oh, another bum slingshot. Fuck it. That's almost as bad as it being a King Mimic. Like, don't get my hopes up. Yeah, like I say whenever I play the game, I just mash one direction on the D-pad. And I find it does it a lot better than trying to actually pay attention to two screens at once. I probably don't need that then. But I do need to put things on anyway, so what do I need to build up with this? I need more attack, I need more fishy, and fire, thunder, and holy, so... I'm gonna throw some holies on now. And Sea Killer. Yeah, you usually don't have to worry too hard about the light puck until the end, towards the end of the game, but you can just let your partner do a lot of the work too. It makes the game harder, but if you win, so... Wow, 2 big chests. Oh, wow. And that, I've never found that before, so I never realized that they spelled it wrong. That's supposed to be the Pockle-full. Or maybe it was always supposed to be the Pockle-cull, and I've always just seen it the wrong way. Well, anyway, that's amazing. Comes equipped with some wind right off the bat, too. So now Ruby is actually doing okay. Yeah, Monster Hunter World kind of took me a second to get into. Like, something about it, no, it's kind of the same issue I have with the Tales series. Playing with a controller feels so weird given that I'm more used to playing on handhelds. Because, like, with the Tales series, my favorite game is Tales of the Abyss. And with the Monster Hunter series, I put so much time into the 3DS and the Wii U, but that controller is still kind of... you get what I'm saying. And then the little bit of time I had with Freedom Unite was still easier than I had getting into Monster Hunter World, but I finally really got into it today, and I played it for, I played it for a lot of time before this stream. I only stopped about an hour or so before this stream because, it was a capture mission, and the Gyorotodos kind of got in the way and stepped into my, shock trap that was meant for Barroth, and I got mad, so I stopped. I mean, the controls feel exactly the same, but having to get used to the PS4 controller with Monster Hunter was weird. How the hell did I let that happen? Do you think I can... I'm surprised I actually one-shotted it. Yeah, free trap stuff, but once I ran out of traps, it's like, okay. Because especially in easy mode, when I do, or low rank, when it's capture missions, I just kind of rely on the free stuff they give me and don't bring any of my own because I hate making traps. And that frequently comes to bite me, but that's also why I never replay capture missions. Did not mean to charge all the way up, but it didn't really take all that much weapon HP. Hey, not bad. Let's moita. Look at that damage. How hard can I hit this person? Hey, Dune. Wow. Damn, you can't beat quadruple digits, huh? Oh yeah, grinding in the first 2 games is kind of bad. That's another reason, another thing I had problems with in Yellow. Because I felt like I needed to grind up more, and, well, I really wish my stamina hadn't ran out right here. I wouldn't mind doing a stream of Yellow. It's definitely the Generation 1 game I have the least experience with, because I've only played through it all the way once. Zoom height to me. You see, this room would have given me nightmares as a kid. And then when I told Mom about it, she's like, well, that's what you get for playing rated T video games. And I'm like, oh dear. Yeah, if there was a way to turn off a message limit on the stream, I would do it, because I don't get that many messages, so a particularly animated one person is a lot better than just, you know. Oh yeah, you have to get the angle really right, too. I friggin' hate this. That's another reason why I'm not too fond of Ungaga, just because him existing means this happens. Fortunately, it's just in the next few dungeons. That's what I love about Gen 1 so much. The sprites are so goddamn weird. It's so fun. Same with Gen 2. When Gen 3 started getting more into the official art territory, I kinda didn't like it anymore. The only post-Gen 2 game I feel like had really, really fun sprites was Gen 5. Oh, well, I'm all good on fish, so now I can just focus on my elements. Need a lot of fucking holy. I feel like 70 is gonna be what it ends up capping at. So let's just put 1. And, shit, what else do we need? We needed, thunder and fire. Thunder! You also need attack. And MP. So let's throw an MP on as well. God, I have this Gen 1 guide that I mention, I think, all the time, really, because, like I said, it's the one that has the real bootleg-looking Charizard on the front. Oh, fuck, he just hit me right in the face, he did. And it has, like, a little Pokédex of, like, the learn sets of everything in Gen 1, and it has Pokemon Green sprites as well. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And I didn't get it at first, because I'm like, these sprites aren't in the game! And the dumbass kid didn't realize that, hey, Pokemon Green isn't just a rumor and Japan actually exists. That Golem did more than backhanded me. That Golem made sure that he knew he was in control. So let's say I might actually need one of those stand-in powders I got. Oh yeah, I need that for, the next area. Not the next area of this dungeon, I mean the next big area. Oh god damn it. Well, let's hope that we get one really fast, because a limited floor with just this guy sounds, like I'd rather fucking kill myself. Alright, bombs. Bombs. Probably should have waited till Phantom got in on that, too. That is some good range. Well, it is doing, like, nothing. I know it's a limited floor, so I have to be really careful here. It doesn't usually do that, it's just the limited floors where it's like purposefully trying to gimp you by making you, you can only use one character, is the whole thing. Alright, Dune, give me some... That was not that. It's a Pokemon game where Hero Killer Stain is the final boss. Oh, thank God! Cheese! I actually mean that. Get in my belly. I am dying otherwise. Boy, his thirst is a lot lower than I realized, huh? Oh, he blocked through it all. Damn. Boy, that long reach really is good against those bomber heads. Alright, I was really hoping we'd manage to find something by now, but I can tell it's gonna be one of those episodes. I'm gonna hope there's a pond in the next room, because I really don't want to waste a gourd or water on this guy. But it's looking like I might have to. Look at that, he thwacks it. Okay, cool. Don't have to worry. God damn, there's still so much to this. I was really hoping it would be something small so I could just get all these enemies out of my way. God, I love bombs. Oh, wait, Hey, FBI agent watching me through my webcam, you know what I meant. God damn it, fighting stick. I don't want to repair you. You're not that good. I mean, does Mr. Blair just have a lot of endurance? 2 weapon HP for each hit. This is... it's fallacy. Alright, Mr. Blair, now that I know how to handle you, your goose is cooked. God damn, it's ripping through my HP, though. Weapon HP. I'm really hoping it's not... well, no, it's nowhere near the first limited floor. I have good items. Pokey Percy can hold his own. It's not going to be like that. It's not necessarily going to be fun, but... it's actually beatable! Yeah, weapon HP is pretty much just durability. If I could just find a good weapon for Ungaga. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't have a limited floor here, since I don't think Ruby had one in her dungeon, so... we get a free weapon for the guy after 100%ing Muskaraka, so... I was hoping I didn't have to worry about it until then, but of course... God, I wish I brought more bombs. I'm about to say it has to be... so it's a stone breaker, so I won't worry about it. Still plenty of enemies left. This isn't looking good, guys. Though I have an Inferno gem, so let's see how that works against Bomberhead. I suppose I should have realized that the guy who is a living bomb might be a shade weak to fire, even. No, I think the only way you can get a weapon for Ungaga at this point in the game is to fish enough so you can get his fishing weapon. Or, just happen to find one. Again, it's another reason I don't really like him, because he kind of comes at a major disadvantage compared to everyone else you've been working on. It's like Monster Hunter. Except nowhere near as thrilling. Okay, cool. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Let's go home. Well, because every character has a weapon that they can get if they spend enough fishing points, so I always called them the fishing weapons, even though only one weapon actually has anything to do with the fish itself. And I used to imagine because they were so expensive, and I didn't realize how actually easy it was to get fishing points with Martingarians. Oh, for fuck's sake, with the two limited floors together. Oh jeez, us, blue dragons. Alright, they are the second strongest dragon variety. Of course, with Broken Dagger Glitch Steve, difficulty is a strange word. Yeah, I just really don't like using Ungaga unless I have to. People are like, yeah, he's got really long range though, but what does it matter when both Toan and Goro have charge attacks that have incredibly long amounts of invincibility frames? And then if we're really talking about like endgame strategies where maybe using a charge attack against every enemy in the Demon Shaft wouldn't be fun, just get a machine gun for the final party member and well, good game difficulty. Or let me rephrase that, not necessarily good game difficulty, but GG no re, as the cool kids say, I think. Steve, you can't own people, that's slavery. Big boy. King Mimic? King Mimic. Weak point, being killed. I mean, that's just an issue with a lot of games in general. It's like when you get a really cool character, it's like, okay, you kind of gave it to me a little close to the end of the game for me to really be able to put him to good use. So, thanks. I feel like the only, like, the most, like, anti-example I've ever gotten for that might have been, like, Xenogears, because you get some characters extremely late in that, but, Xenogears' battle system lends itself well to everybody playing the exact same anyway, so... Or an RPG that just did that really well in general, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, you get all your characters pretty early on. Well, comparatively, you get them by the first disc. Sometimes Steve gives you weapon upgrade advice. It's weird, but I like it. Oh yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver were fucking awful with that. Crystal kind of helped by making Larvitar available in the Celadon Game Corner, but to quote the review I just put on Game FAQs, wink wink, it's like slapping a band-aid on an amputated arm. Whoa, hey, Turtle Shell. Thought you were going to be something actually useful. Well, Chrono Cross is one of those examples where it's just like, okay, cool, have a million fucking party members. And I don't really like that either, because it just means that no one actually has personality. I don't want to say that. It's harder for everyone to get the personality they need, because why bother? Look at all the party members! It's like jingling keys in front of the player and saying, aren't you entertained? Starting to get my ass kicked a little bit. But we're getting kind of close to the end of the dungeon. I think it has 18 floors to explore, with the 19th being the boss floor. Trying to think of other examples. I would say Digital Devil Saga, but it kind of gives you everyone early on. It's just that it doesn't really give you much in the way of reason to train everybody, because grinding is just a little too slow. Could really go for some water right about now. Not even necessarily so much for my thirst meter. I could just really use not dying. Oh hey, Syl is just an enemy now. That's nice. Oh no, that's just a steel giant. It's okay, Super Steve. I won't let you break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And here I go. Ouch! I'm breaking. You're breaking up. His body's not all that. I bet this one's gonna be negative. Yeah. Do I feel better? No. But am I disappointed? Still, yeah. Fire Emblem in general is just a really bad example of that. No one can have character because permadeath, so... You just stick with a couple plot-important characters, and then you get like one person every chapter that's just like, hey, I have personality, hope you really like my supports to find out the rest of it. That's another reason I'm not a huge fan of Fire Emblem. Let's get those big boys on the bottom. Big-bottomed boys. Who are the thick boys in the audience? Yes, water! Alright. We, my good friends, are in business. School. So before I fight that steel giant, I would 100% like to repair this. I'm not really running out of weapon HP. I like that he has the one big slam that comes out so much faster. It's like, oh, I'm mad now. It's a counter move, so you kind of got to be careful. Do I have anything on you? Okay. What else do I need to upgrade you? I guess I can just shove a diamond on you, even though I don't... Wait, no, the whole reason is that I'm not going to use you, so what do I care? Here, I'll just get rid of this so I can find out what this is. No, water is just a game mechanic. You get thirsty and eventually start taking damage if you aren't constantly watered. That was taken out of the second game, and a lot of people seem to prefer it. Hey, not bad. I usually don't like those kind of, like, I don't like when games try to be like, oh, hey, it's realistic, but I don't think Dark Cloud is a particularly egregious example. Oh, bye, Ethologic. I don't think Dark Cloud is a particularly egregious example of bad game design in that regard. Like, water sources are so common that... And they also come with the added benefit of fully restoring your HP, so it's like, okay. It's more than just, hey, do this so you can stay alive. It's do this, and also here's something that'll help you stay alive. Ooh, a mighty healing. Not bad. Mighty Helions are a very good way to get money, by the way. You can get them relatively cheap from fishing, like, as far as fishing points go. And, they sell for 150 each, so a couple Martingarians, and you're gonna be pretty well set on money. Not necessarily golden, but if you're in this, if you're caring enough about the game to grind for it, it might be a good idea. My favorite pseudo-legendary is Spylus. I love that guy. God damn it. I don't know about, like, first form or final form, but it's just as far as any pseudo-legendary form, I love Spylus. It's my fourth favorite Pokemon of them all. I guess as far as first form pseudos go, I really like Goomy. And I was really hoping, like, someone brought up, was like, yeah, what if the Bounsweet line is the pseudo of 7th gen? I'm like, oh, I like the sound of that. Like, Sarina being a 600 BST pseudo? That'd be fantastic. We haven't had a grass one before. And then Kamoo comes along like, hey, it's me. I'm like, oh. Take him back, please. Spylus, the in-between form of Dino and Hydreigon. As far as final form, I guess I really like Tyranitar. Well, I like Tyranitar sprites before 3D because he just looks, kind of just looks like a big spiky chode in 3D. Looks so much more threatening in 2D. And as far as 2D goes, I think he also kind of looks stupid. Multi-track drifting. I also think he kind of looks stupid in black and white. Just looks kind of like fat, dopey, and not all that threatening. See, I'm gonna learn to stop stepping on these. Alright, that just means I lost a shitload of money. Alright. Did I get the key yet, or... No, it's stupid. Why would I think that? Yeah, Kamoo is the pseudo, it's just... I don't know, once I had the idea that Sarina would be it, Kamoo being it kind of disappointed me. Plus with how bad Kamoo was in Vanilla Sun and Moon. He's a lot better with the move tutors that Ultra Sun and Moon brought, but... I don't know why Kamoo just doesn't jam with me. I don't want to say he's my least favorite fully evolved pseudo, but because I still think Goodra is really disappointing after how much I like Goomy and Slagoo's designs. Goodra just feels really uninspired. I'd probably say Goodra is my least favorite pseudo. As far as least favorite first form pseudo, yeah, this ought to be fun. Why did I decide that leaving my good weapon on was a good idea? Because speed dropped. Reasonably sure something I actually cared about dropped, so I'm gonna throw a diamond on. Why did I do that? Viewers, why'd you let me do that? I don't think we've had a single good one today. I swear I used to have a lot more luck with them when I was a kid. You know what dungeon crawler I really liked? Lufia on the Game Boy Color. I got it on the 3DS Virtual Console and I had way more fun with it than I thought I would. And you can get like an end game drop like super early, so the difficulty snaps in two. But then it also kind of dicks you because you don't grind as a result. So it gets to the point where even having this end game weapon isn't enough, so I stopped playing there because the difficulty got really bad. Homeboy can drift, goddamn. You know what, how many, alright, never mind. I was about to throw a power-up powder on, but I think I'll just save it. Is this? Yeah, that's just the end of the dungeon. I was about to say, man, it'd be really cool if Blastoise got a Mega, and then I remember that Mega Blastoise happened, and it's just not good. And it's not that it's not good, it's just... Look, this is the cursed floor of Mimic Love. Hit that motherfucking like button, and you too will become a Mimic. And I feel like no one ever talked about Mega Blastoise. Like, the Mega Charizard's got all that love. Mega Venusaur is one of the best Pokemon and overused right now. Mega Blastoise is like, yep, here I am. Blastoise wasn't very good to begin with, so, how about we just keep that status quo going? There are 2 chests down there, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. You, however. Alright, well... I keep trying to predict the Mimic attack, and I'm doing a very poor job of that. There was also no pond on this floor, so there's nothing I can do there either. Yeah, Mega Blastoise just feels like we needed a Mega for Blastoise because everyone else got one. I thought you could throw your arms in an X at me, I just forgot. And then it's weird, because the Hoenn starters all got really good Megas. Like, I don't think I could choose a least favorite. Actually, yeah, no, I like them all equally. I could not choose which one I liked less than the other. I guess I'm gonna have to pop a premium chicken, then. Usually don't like to do that, but, I was about to say, how could I be scared of Dune? He's stuck on the wall like an idiot, and then he fucking zipped around like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm like, ah! Another platinum ring? Nah, I can sell it. Thunder! Yeah, out of all the Pokemon to have be the first Grass and Dragon, I'm glad Mega Sceptile got it, because he rocks that design and typing. Of course, on Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I did a lot of, like, doubles-oriented legendaries, wow. A lot of doubles-oriented Megas, because, like, Mega Gallade was built specifically to be a Mega Kangaskhan counter. The only reason Mega Sceptile has Lightning Rod is to help its partner out in doubles. And yeah, no, doubles is the official format, but they just really went, like, all in. Especially with, like, Mega Audino. Which isn't a good Pokemon either. It's 100% the worst Mega. And, like, honestly, so bad. It's like, who thought this was something that should happen? Why didn't we just make regular Audino evolve into whatever this is? Like, I like Audino. I like Audino a lot. It's part of the reason I love 5th Gen so much, because it's the metal slime of the series, but, wow, Mega Audino just should have been an evolution. See, with Toen, it's kind of hard with these guys because their arms get in the way. So you really do have to charge up a Windmill Slash to really get at them. Alright, let's upgrade this and see what accidentally got lost when I ran into that mystery circle. Yep, need Dino Buster now. God damn. At least I'm all good on fire, but I need to start working on thunder now. Didn't I just get Dino? Yeah, or it's called Dragon Slayer, but so that'll put me back up to good levels. I still need more Holy. And I need more attack, don't I? But I also need more magic, so I'm gonna use one power-up powder and just start working without, see if that put me in a better position. And I'm good there, so... I just need more Thunder Tier gems, and... I'll put these in for the meat. I feel like Peridot will just help better there, but I don't remember how many fishing points I have. Weird, it's almost like leveling up these weapons is slower when I don't go out of my way to make myself as overpowered as possible. Mellow Bananas are really weird as a healing item too, because they take up a lot of thirst. So it's like, okay, you'd probably just use it when there's a pond around, but if there's a pond around, you just use the pond to heal, so... I get its risk and reward, but... the reward doesn't seem worth the risk. Like, the last time I realized that, I tried to rack my brain to really think of a situation, but it really just does feel like, hey, last-ditch effort to survive. Oh, fuck me, dude. It scared me. Alright, Shao, make it rock. Especially since I can't hear if the other one's attacking from a distance now. Alright. He de-rendered for a second, making me safe. But had anyone even heard of Major Minor's Majestic March? It's made by the same guys who did friggin' Parappa, and no one remembers it. The only reason I know it existed is because I saw in, my friend used to get, like, Game Informer and Nintendo Power and stuff, and he'd bring it in, I'm like, this is so cool! And I saw that once, and I really liked the art style, and this is before I think I even knew what Parappa was. I'm like, boy, that seems like it would be interesting. The concept sounds stupid, but I can't stop looking at the art for some reason, and it really stuck with me, and I looked it up when I was making this, and I'm like, oh, it sold 600 copies in Japan on its first 2 days. The 2 days where any game launching in Japan are probably gonna do best. Oops. It's a real case of who asked for this. Who asked for a marching band game? Besides kids in the marching band. And I don't even think they were asking for that. Of course, it was the Wii. Everything had to have shoehorned motion control gimmick. Let's, why do I have so much attack on it? I'm trying to make it stronger? Well, it's because there's really nothing else I can put on it besides magic. But, oh yeah, that was her 2 slot. I guess it's fine. Did we get the, gate key yet? I feel like instead of asking, I should probably check, but I want to make sure that that last enemy might not have it, because I'm starting to run a little low on stuff. But I don't want to leave now and have to come back later, because I think we just have one more floor to get through. That's how they always get you in these randomized dungeon crawlers. It's like, just one more floor, and then I'll leave with my items and be safe. And it's like, but he was not safe. God, even charge, that barely did anything. I'm gonna say he's got a little bit of a case that, wow, it really was the last enemy. I was gonna say he has a bit of Spark Mandrill syndrome going on. Just love it, like, you kind of get a case of your attack speed is so synced up with the disruptive strategy. It's really hard in, like, action or more action-y RPGs. Like, there's an entire strategy around Adamantoises, or the smaller version, Final Fantasy XIII, that revolves around the fact that Saz can cast Daze at the exact speed Fang can attack. So you have to rely on it sticking every time. Alright, this is the last floor. Alright, cool. We're safe. Let's fix up Muskaraka Laka and fight us the easiest boss in the game. I mean no exaggeration when I say those blue dragons are more threatening than the boss. Oh, the Steel Giants. The Steel Giants might even have more HP or defense than it. Yikes. So, let's put Enga's house here. Let's put Toto's house here. These look like the only new areas. Okay. Did I not pick something up? I think I missed something. Hold up. Did I miss something again? I was gonna say, fortunately, we're running out of dungeons where Atla matters, but we're not. Yeah, wow, I missed one piece of Atla. How did I do that? I very specifically went out of my way to try to find them all this one. Oh, well, we'll just run through, and I think I've got escape powder. Let me make sure. Yeah, I've got 2 escape powders. We'll find that last one and dip. Where you be, where you be. Where to be, she an automata. There it is. Because I've been giving more thought to an automata playthrough, but still trying to figure out how I'd make that LP work. And again, I made Drakengard 3 work, so how hard could it be? Some insider info for all you hip-happening kids out there. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I see a mystery chest. I see 2 mystery chests. Tasty water next to the oasis and bomb nuts next to the oasis. There we go. Now the oasis is complete. Complete with new mystery chests. And mystery chest. God, they're just everywhere. They're everywhere, they're everywhere! It's in my eyes! Not the bees. Bees nuts. Grass cake. Not bad, because I think you had not the lowest defense, that still goes to Ruby, but you were pretty low, to be sure. Some fish candy. Yum. This guy lives in a big old bottle. Because he's got a drinking problem. And another grass cake. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go for a 7. I will take another 6. It's not like defense matters too much in this game. Anything that's gonna hurt you is still gonna fucking hurt you. Even at max defense, like, most of the things you really want to avoid anyway are still, like... It's better off to avoid than to try to tank damage, because most of the things are probably gonna one-shot you. It's bad when Shao, of all people, have a really good defense. was about to say, like, I feel like there were way more houses, and we haven't even set up Zabo's house or the chief's house. How does Ungaga get a really big house and the chief doesn't? I'm gonna get a fruit of Eden. I'm gonna be eating that fruit. Can I get it before the day is, okay. Oh, hey, we can just immediately finish your house. Not bad. Probably makes sense, given that they hate outsiders, so they probably wouldn't have listened when I said, hey, I am here to help, even. They'd be like, no, go away. So what better way to prove I'm here to help than by helping someone against their will? Odds and ends. I had no idea what that meant the first time I played this game, but... I imagine that Zabo would probably live in Zabo's house. Same for Enga, living in Enga's house. A lot of the stuff is pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Got a POW living here, huh? Should we really be helping a prisoner make his life better? Well, we don't know his story, so... But I feel like that might get some ill will going. Seems like it would be a bit of a risk. If we're trying to get everyone to trust us, and they're like... Did you just fucking help that prisoner? And I'm like, yeah, he asked me to. I wanted to help everybody. And they're like, you're going to jail. I'm like, oh. Don't do that. I love the concept of Drakengard 3's final boss. I just don't like actually playing it more than I have to. Got some premium chicken. And hey, a power of powder to make up for the one we... I don't want to say wasted, but... Yeah, if I wasn't a warrior, I wouldn't have saved you, so, If I'm not mistaken, this is one of the houses we really need to finish. I mean, we need to finish everyone's house, but... As always, one or two people are gonna lead you to the, gate key to fight the boss, so... Oh, hey, yeah, this is the chief's house. Wakey, wakey. Who sleeps on a couch like that? Yeah, just give it a few seconds, Chief. Literally a few seconds. And back in we go. Yeah, I don't like sleeping on couches, so... The fact that you choose to do it as your only way to go is, interesting. I had the Moon People's permission, you know, the guys who made the ship. Final bosses that take 100% completion to fight are, I don't know if I like it. A 100% should be a reward, not a you have to do it to beat the game. Same way we conquer everything else. We hit things until they die. Two signets, huh? One of the sun and one of the moon. Stop smoking, you're giving me lung cancer. Zabo and Enga. Okay. I feel uncomfortable. Don't smoke seductively at me. It's like, what? And hey, there we go. That's the last pocket in the game. I forgot it was in here. Ah, that was a really bad level. And now our inventory space is as big as it's going to get, so not bad. Even if you, like, do cheats to get more pockets, you can only ever have 100 inventory spaces, so... We did it! We all good there, boys. Do. Toto here gonna blame the, bless the rains in Africa? I remember this house always kind of freaks me out because when I was a kid, it's like, there's all this water in here. What if you fall in and drown? Like, or, you know, like there'd be bugs in it. Or a snake. Because they detect water and they'd be like, I can live. Like, can you stop giving me attachments? Jesus. I don't want them. A trendy hay roof, huh? Remember, viewers, if you want to be trendy, you gotta have a hay roof. People see the hay roof and they're like, hey! Boy, you have no space in there. Okay, that seems simple enough. We still haven't found Toto, though, so let's hope it's you. Nope, you're Zabo. Wherefore you be, Toto? Ooh, a witch parfait. I was about to say, I don't think we got any defense upgrades for Ruby, so... Now this character that I'm never going to use is slightly less of a squishy bishy. Squishy kishy. That was the obvious answer and I ruined it. Hey there, Ghosuke. Okay. There he is. Right on, bro. Alright, so with that, I think I can upgrade everyone up to max. So, Zabo is done. Looks like Enga is done. Prisoner cabin is done. And we are all finished with Muskaraka as far as building it goes, so let's get us some events. But before we do that, real quick... Okay, I've got plenty of space. God damn it, Ghosuke, you've been alive for like 2 seconds and now you're dying. It's like, Toto, get your finger out of my fucking eye. I imagine if you took this game one floor at a time like I used to do as a kid, that you'd have time to actually get attached to this guy and have this mean something, but... The way I'm doing this in the stream is not the way I usually recommend playing this game. You don't have to be human to be a friend. You're a good man, Ghosuke. He tries his best. And it clips right through solid stone. And the whole reason Ghostgate died was so we could have this cool-ass sun sword. It's not that good. Its upgrade path takes you on the weakest power, but the second highest elemental strength of any of Toan's ultimate weapons. I don't personally recommend it. The sword looks cool and all, but it's just not all that impressive. Though it upgrades into something called the Big Bang Sword, and then the Sword of Zeus, so as far as cool names go, it's got that pretty on lock. Cool, we got the Moon Signet. And the attachment bag is full, wonderful. So if I'm not mistaken, I've actually done something a little incorrect. Oh no, never mind, we should be fine. We're just gonna get 2 events at once, which is not usually how I do it. I feel ya, I feel ya. And we get another reward, which is the double impact. So if you're really hurting for a weapon for Shao, now you got something. Now that we've done that, let's go. The hell was that? My water bottle fell over. And now we have the Sun Signet, so we can fight the boss of the Sun and Moon Temple. You hunched over old man. You don't have to spin like that, you can just walk backwards, my man. Boy, Aga must have been quite the character. Yeah, thought so. What else did we need to do? We had to talk to Gron in the prisoner cabin. How you doing, buddy? I've made your stay in prison a little less terrible. Don't get too close, he might try to sell you something. Now, what could this prisoner possibly have to offer us? Besides death threats. Quick, poke him with your stick. Oh, okay. Was that it? Well, that was silly. Didn't even get anything good out of it. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a second event at Enga's house. I was about to say, I thought if you got this Sun Signet, you might not be able to get this one. And we get a Buster Sword, which is a really shitty reward this late in the game. That thing wouldn't have even been good back in the beginning of the shipwreck. So how old is Bonka? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, the whole reward you get, the Buster Sword is whatever, but getting the Sun Signet, it really is the most important part. And it gives us our storage unit for Muskaraka. I don't care so much about that, but it's there if you want it. So, is that everything? So it was. Let me, Now we're gonna do our favorite thing. We're going to just max out all the, requests in Muskaraka. So, let me pull that guide up so we can get 100% before we take on the boss, because I think there's a good reason. I mean, there really shouldn't be a reason, but we'll just get it set up now. So let me pull up our handy-dandy maps. Muskaraka. Alright. So, let's roll. Chief's house. I have no idea what this map is trying to portray. This might be the worst one yet. Let's see, one... should be right there, I guess. Then we can set up, roads. Or maybe not roads yet. So we'll get the prisoner cabin. And set homeboy here. And see if this works with the road setup. Ah! Wonderful. Cool. That should be it for the roads, which should hopefully make this a little easier to set up. So the oasis goes here. Alright, so now for Enga's house. Enga goes here. Brook. Oh, did I set this up wrong? No! Yeah, I think it's set up wrong. Jeez. Ah. Alright, well then before we do that, I want to set up this one better. Especially because that is not where the oasis goes. I don't know why it's all gotta be color-coded, you know? It's like, you're not good at that. So I guess I'll just move all the roads now. I knew we should have set up the houses before I did that. Which means all the trees are out of order. Like, ah. Is anyone still watching this? Oh, I have more people doing it. Alright, so let's go for the Three Sisters house, because there's really no way I could fuck this one up, and I should have just started here. Now that we have the Three Sisters, we can get Jibubu. And now I can set the roads up, because I know for sure this is where they have to go. Okay, that should be perfect. So, now let's take the prisoner cabin again. Set that there. Next comes Zabo. Meaning there should be Toto's house. With Brooke's house right there. Alright, put Zabo's house there. Have I set Enga's house up yet? I have not. Okay, that should be all the houses, so let me check the analysis to make sure I'm... Okay. Let's... I think it's all based on how the totems are set up, too, so... So totem A goes... here. Doesn't sound good. I set those two houses up wrong. Tell me that didn't just fuck everything up. Ah, why am I so bad with this one? Alright, you were just jammed right up the taint of the Oasis, so... It's Toto that I had to have fucked up somehow. There we go. Okay. Now we're up to 66, but... I also think the totem poles have to be facing a certain way, so... I should have moved that, rather. Oh, wow, that immediately did it. Alright. We did it, friends. Really one of those mystery chests, but we'll just wait until this little event finishes. And this is the last time we're really gonna have to worry about... I don't want to say the last time we're gonna have to worry about it, because the next one needs it, but it's the last time it's optional. So... we'll be fine. It's the last one I'm worried about, at the very least. We get the Mirage, which is pretty damn good. And we get a Diamond. Less amazing, but I like it. Of course, now I'm gonna throw something away because my attachment bag was full. Let's just chuck Endurance. Cool. So, let's collect the last few mystery chests, and then... let's collect the last few... let's collect the last few mystery chests, and, finish up the dungeon. Boy, it's gonna be great to come back here when my attachment bag isn't so full. Why don't I just sell these? Anyway, so let's chuck those last two defense boosting things on, and let's move it along. Be a good one. Up to 45. I'll take 44. That's not just a cool rock. That's a diamond. Diamonds is cool. And now Ungaga is more capable in case there's a limited floor where he'll be stuck on. Look at that, almost twice as powerful, way more on endurance. And got a hell of a lot of fire, it's nice. If I intended to use him, that would be pretty dope. Was it Brooke who sold things? Because I'm thinking I'm just going to sell some attachments I'm not going to use. If it is, that's a mistranslation, because there's nothing called the Moon Shadow Sword. What don't I need? Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Oh, see, you don't need stuff like this, because we can just get gems for it. So, we'll just chuck all this stuff. And now I can pick up all these mystery chests that I've had to just ignore. Which is just gonna give me a bunch of stuff which I would just sell anyway, so... At least we got money out of it, that's what's important. Profit is king. In Dark Cloud. I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. Hearts. The very concept of fire has been acquired. There's been a fired. Nah. Nah. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go to the other area and finish this one up. Especially with how high the Atlamillia Sword's holy stat is. I kinda wanted to see how much, how many fishing points I had left, but fuck it. However, I will be a little quiet when we go up to the boss, because he has the favorite, as far as boss themes go, the intro for this is so good. So let's get Holy going. Pop that Sun Signet right in. There's Solgaleo. And here's Lunala. I just love that bass riff. Got some very, well, not even really a riff, it's just got some good bass. Hey look, it's Mecha Kofagrigus. Oh hey, forgot you existed for a while. Anyway, this boss looks significantly more intimidating when he walks up to you, because Jesus, I mean, look at this. That's threatening. But he's simple. Here's how you do it. Oh god, you see that's less threatening because you just look silly. And that's it. If this takes much more than 3 or 4 hits, I'll honestly be surprised. Especially if I threw in a stamina drink, but I'm not about to waste it. Yeah, like, I've thought about this guy having, being a Mega Copagrigus. He's like ghost and fighting with his, with stance change, is what I gave him. Anyway, 3 hits. No stamina drink. Absolute joke. In awe of the size of that lad. Absolute unit. Absolute unit. Cool. How do we pilot this thing? Oh. That's not good. Anyway, you ready for the last duel in the game? One last chance to fail to see what'll happen. And I've never failed this one, so I don't know what happens. L3 actually works. I suppose I should have figured that's what it would do. Yeah, in case you want to watch the cutscene again. Alright, let's see if I can get this perfect and get a gem. Nice! Would have preferred to pair it up, but I'll take another diamond. Perfect way to end the last duel in the game, too. Not bad, not bad. That guy's got a limp. Did he hurt his leg? This is honestly pretty cool. Plus, what a pilot seat. I don't know how to fly this thing. What the hell do you think this is? Homeboy, we don't have air in here. This is not kept safe from the atmosphere. Oh my god, we're about to have our organs sucked out of our fucking nose because this old man wants to take us into space. They hype Toan up really hard, but I don't know, it just feels like a lot of the whole, like, oh, he's the chosen one, but the chosen one doesn't really mean anything. I think it's silly. All of our homeboys are mochi makers, which sounds like a very, very racist term for these moon rabbits. I'm so sorry that I made you listen to that. Anyway, we're in space now. We're all dead. There's an old dead man and a young dead boy. What a concern. Yay! These days we have cell phones. Now that I'm a little older, this really does give me a Final Fantasy IV vibe. Also, the spikes aren't stopping anyone. I could just crawl under there. Oh boy. Oh, they really are just cell phones. I forgot. Welp, we're being dipped because homeboy's chasing rabbit pussy, so, looks like we're exploring yellow drops on our own. But that's fine. I prefer it that way. Plus, I like the music here a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, this guy right here. Mania, Marnia, you know. We can screw these up. Give him the clay doll. Yeah, go for it. This is the end of the trading quest, guys. And the long result of this all is the sun. We have the entire sun in our hands. It's bok toy, baby. Bok tai, rather. I'm thinking bok choy. And what is the sun? Well, my intrepid young viewer, it's simply the best attachment in the game. 10 to everything, and 3 to... Alright, but never mind, this isn't anywhere near as impressive as I remembered it being. God damn. I thought this was supposed to be better, and I was incorrect. Well, I've overhyped it. Good for Ole. But this one's way better for saving for when you have a 2 slot, because this is the only sun you get in the game, so keep it very close. Save it for when you get one that doubles the effect, so you get the most out of it. I wasted it the first time I played it because I didn't realize it was that good. You don't get 2, so be careful even. I just want to talk to Salsa. Don't call me a fucking weirdo. Fuck you. Let's go in this cool eagle door. I also like this music track a lot. Just grab my thumb and move it slightly up and down. Okay. I want to build a factory on the moon. A contest, huh? Moon Sea. Alright. That's our next dungeon. And it's one of the shortest ones in the game, tied with the first dungeon. It's pretty cool, I guess. But because it's so short, we're going to be able to knock out the entirety of the Moon Sea and Yellow Drops in one stream next time. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer stream, but it is going to be setting up for the finale, so... And there's Atla to collect, but however, we are not trying to rebuild moon drops. It's totally fine. What we're rebuilding will be made abundantly clear, abundantly quick. There's also no fishing to be done. All the rebuilding is done in that temple. Did I? Okay. So, now seems like as good a time as any to call it a stream, so... yeah, I think I'll end it here. Thank you all for joining me. Next time, we're going to finish up the entirety of the Moon Sea and Yellow Drops, which will lead us into the final dungeon, which I still need to decide if I'm going to take all that on at once. It's the second longest dungeon in the game at 25 floors, so I might want to break it up, but then... we'll see how it goes. I might make it a very special 2-day event, sort of thing. Have a stream on Tuesday, have a stream on Wednesday. So, we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Spin, Toan, spin. Look at his poncho, it's realistic. You couldn't get this on the PS1!